Hello, everyone. How are you? Happy Wednesday. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? How are you all doing? How are you all doing? Let's see who's here. Hey, Starry Eyed, Funkin' Pops, Mons 820. Yeah, yeah. Well, I'm glad that you all are here. I'm glad that you all are here. I'm going to give it a couple minutes so people can come on in. But yeah, tell me about your day so far. Tell me about your day so far. Let me send a quick message. Okay. Sent a quick message. Hey, Isis. About to put some pork chops in the oven. Okay. Perfect, perfect, perfect. But yeah, yeah. So, Nesto. Yeah. Yeah, Nesto. Nesto, Nesto, Nesto. Um, yeah, the other night I was reading on Miss Sonia, right? Um, the energy kind of turned. It turned in a way I didn't think that it would. And that was very, very interesting. So I, like you, I'm ready to see what Spirit has to say about quote unquote nasty Nesto, as Nyla has named him. I'm ready to see what's going on with Ernesto, ready to see what Spirit has to say about his energy. Yeah, because from the other night, we didn't really see any, love or romance, between the two of them. But I was primarily pulling from her energy. So today we're going to see, what's going on in Nesto's energy. So go ahead and do me a favor. Please like the video. Subscribe to my channel if you are new here. Um, Actually, let me go in and make an adjustment. Again, I'm going to be answering your questions. Do me a favor, when you have questions, go ahead and either put a purple heart by your question or the crystal ball by your question so I'm able to easily identify it, because we all know the chat flies at 5,000 miles a minute. I'll try to go into YouTube and change that setting, but for now, please put a purple heart or the purple crystal ball by your question so that I can see it. I will not be able to get to every 500 questions. I won't be able to get to them all. I'm going to do my best to read on as many questions as I can before I start to get tired, and especially while it's quiet here at home. So yeah, let me make an adjustment and then we're going to get started on this. So start formulating your questions, start getting your questions ready. I'm going to be right back in just a quick minute, and then we're going to get started on this reading. So bear with me for a moment. All right, I'm back. Unfortunately, I've had some trolls, and I just got to try and mitigate the trolls as best as I can. But I'm here. I'm here. I'm back. All right, let's get into it. Mods, those of you who are my mods, if you see any foolishness, you know how I am about it. Don't be afraid to time someone out if you see foolishness. being very disrespectful. The tarot destroyer troll likes to come in. Um, any other types of foolishness. You all know how I am. But other than that, let's get to it. Let's get to it. Let me look at these questions. Hey, Smith and Wesson. Hey, Tim Lee. Hey, Demi, Lisa Rhodes. Ooh, why Lisa came with a question right out the gate. He bisexual. You know what? I was having a conversation, sharing my thoughts with someone about it. But I mean, we're gonna see. Let's see what spirit has to say. So again, welcome everyone. Like this video, share, all that good stuff. I just want to let you all know. I'm gonna be reading on Diddy this week too. Probably tomorrow. I'm gonna read on Diddy. So make sure that you stick around because the Diddy foolishness. And someone also asked me to read into the drill rappers. They snitch on themselves in their songs. Shout out to Flora. She asked me to do that. So yeah, we're gonna have some reads coming up. We're gonna have some reads coming up. But let's get to Elisa's question. Is he bi? This is the current question. Is he bisexual? No, I don't see bisexual, but I understand where you come from with that because I was again wondering myself. Um, my energy peeped the femininity in him. That's why me personally, I don't understand how any woman ever got with him because there's I sense some sweetness there myself. If I saw him on the street, I wouldn't. I'm not attracted to him. I would not be attracted to him because I sense sweetness there myself. But yeah. Looking at this, I don't see anything like that. I feel like he's always been heterosexual from what I'm looking at right here. But I am curious about this one right here. Yeah. Yeah, he's always been heterosexual. I just see that he has not really treated women well. He hasn't treated women well as far as, personal or sexual like relationships with women. He hasn't really treated women well overall, but I don't see any I don't see the card that I would say is the suspect um alphabet mafia card. I don't see that here. So, yeah, I just don't see him treating women right. I don't even really think he's ever really been in love either. I don't see that. But yeah, no, I don't see the sweetness. Uh, I don't see the sweetness. Okay. So Isis, hey girl. Isis asks, is Nasty Nesto the scapegoat for someone larger? Let's see. And welcome, come on in, everybody. Hey Renaissance, hey Sora, Devin Grant. Okay. Welcome. Come on in, listening while working. I hope your day is almost over with and you get to come home and relax. Okay. See the scapegoat for some. Ooh, interesting, interesting, interesting. I think this may be his designator card for today's read. We're going to see if it keeps popping up. Is he the scapegoat for someone larger? Let's see. No, I'm not seeing scapegoat vibes, but I think that as of right now in his position, I think he's thinking really, really hard about things. And this Prince of Wands right here in reverse is telling me that maybe he's starting to get or started to think about how he could have done things differently, kind of wishing that he could start over doing some things. But as far as him being a scapegoat for someone else, no, I don't see that. I think because we're just getting started, we're just getting into the energy. I'm not fully into it yet, but I'm going to fall into it. I really think that his what's going on with him is a result of his actions, and he's not really the fall for anyone else. I think it's just him. But yeah, I'm getting the inkling that he's starting to have some type of, and I don't want to say remorse, but starting to think like, maybe I shouldn't have done that because of where I am now. Not necessarily remorse, but he's a little bit he's a little bit upset emotionally about how things have transpired. They have not transpired the way he thought that they would have. So, so yeah. Okay, let me put these cards back in and quick shuffle. And we're gonna get to the next question. Okay, Starry Eyed asks, does he really think he'll be found not guilty? So let's see. Let's see. Does he really think he'll be found not guilty? Let's see. mm, mm. So, so with regards to that, and I think the main thing that's drawing me in here is this hangman card right here. Unfortunately, so does he really think he'll be found not guilty? I'm going to say yes. Why do I say the yes? Because here he is with um this energy of not that he's a martyr, but that he should be free of this position. I mean, like most people in jail, right? Don't want to be in jail. They don't want to be locked up. They don't want to be incarcerated, whether they did it or not. No one really truly wants to be there. But I kind of feel like for him in his mind, he has this thought process that um people are going to rally around him. And when they rally around him, like kind of like a free Nesto campaign, because in his mind, he really doesn't see that he did anything wrong. So he has this kind of, not that he wants to be a martyr, but in his mind and in part of his energetics wants to kind of take this and spin it or whatnot. But yeah, he's still running around, I'm not guilty, I'm not guilty, which I don't know. I'm not a court of law, I'm not a lawyer, I can't speak on anything. All parties are innocent until proven guilty. But um, but yeah, I think that he again is starting to think about his actions and where he is right now. And right now I kind of feel like he's pulling that martyr energy. He wants to be uplifted to that position of a martyr, like he did absolutely nothing wrong. Um, does he think he'll be found not guilty? I don't think he's thinking about that right now. I think that energetically, he's wondering how he can spin this. I don't even think he's thinking about that right now. To be honest, I think he's thinking about how can he spin this so that he can be the innocent, the uplifted martyr, which is interesting, which is very interesting. I feel like he has some type of, and I don't want to say scheme, but I feel like he's thinking about how he can do that. I feel like he's thinking about how he can do that because his energy is, because I went and I looked through his Instagrams. I went and I looked through them and I saw everything that I saw was to put on a show. And I get that he has a business. I get that he was an influencer, but it never looked real to me. Yes, the pictures looked nice, but it never looked real to me. It was like you can tell when people are faking energy. And I saw that from that. Maybe that's what I see because I am a spiritual person and I see energy, I read energy. But yeah, it just mm, yeah, yeah, it just never sat well with me. Like I said, if I were to ever see him on the street, if I was in Atlanta, if he were to ever come up to me to try and talk to me, I'd probably look at him in his face and, just say, no, thank you. I don't have any change and keep moving. Like there's nothing, I don't understand how any woman is pulled in by that. So, okay, Lisa Rhodes asking, is the FBI? Let's see. Let's start. Let's see. Hmm. Hmm. The FBI. Uh, ooh. 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 Okay. Okay. So I can't say if the FBI is involved, but there are definitely agencies looking into this. Um Agencies looking into this. Yeah, this Hierophant right here. Here we go again. The justice system, structures, jail, people who, have that the institutions that can restrict, oppress, things like that. We have that right here. Ooh, so is it necessarily the FBI? I can't necessarily say, but there's some I hope his attorney is very good because this doesn't look good because these are structures that are hard to this is something that is hard to beat. Okay, this is something that's hard to beat and I really feel like where the issue would come the most is from the alleged charges about um and I'm not sure if I'm getting this correct, but I'm not sure if there were charges about the child um young people inappropriate photographs or inappropriate media of young people. I kind of feel like that may be the one, if I'm getting that correct, right? So many phone calls. I feel like that may be the one that is definitely being looked at the most. Um, I feel like that's the one that's being looked at the most. Let me give me a second. Let me say hi to people who came in. Hey, Journey with Corinne. Hey, KK Bonita. Hey, Flora. Hey, Boo. Okay, so for everyone coming in, make sure, like, if you want to ask a question, go ahead and put a purple heart or the crystal ball, the purple crystal ball by your question so that I can see it easier in the chat. So, yeah, okay. So let me get to this. What are Nesto's feelings towards Shirley? Ooh, let's look and see. Let's look and see. Let's look and see. Let's look and see. Feelings towards Shirley. Hmm. Ooh. So we're getting some nine energies here. Okay, so energies toward Shirley, feelings toward Shirley. Honestly, looking at this, we have this Ace of Pentacles in reverse. So looking at her for money, right? And I think that right now he's seeing, and I don't know what her finances are, but he still sees her as money, but I kind of feel like he may sense maybe she has less of it. I'm not sure, but feelings towards her, money. Um, and he feels like she can take care of herself. Um, and his feelings towards Shirley, she can give him, or she was giving him, a life that he could enjoy, a life of luxury. I don't see any good partnership right here. He looking at Shirley. He sees Shirley. She an independent woman. She got money. She can take care of herself. He here for this money. He is here for this money. They're there for the money. Mm-hmm. There for that money, baby. Hey, Sorrow Renaissance. I sense that from him. I sense that I don't know if he has ever seen like healthy relationships, healthy loving relationships, and I kind of feel like I honestly feel like, and again, I don't know him, but I feel like the way he speaks and everything like that, I feel like he grew up in a brothel. Honestly, that's the energy that I get from him. Hey, Devin Grant, yeah, thank you for being here. Hey, Joanna. So yeah, I honestly feel like, again, I don't know him, I don't know anything about him, but the energy that I get from him says that he was like raised in the brothel or raised around pimps, or he's never really seen like healthy relationships, healthy, loving, caring relationships. Like I don't feel like he knows what that is. All right, so this question right here, sorry I asked, will his family disown him? Oh, that's gonna be interesting. Let's see. Let's take one from in the middle. Ooh, ooh. This right here is interesting. We have the world reversed. Obviously, we can see his life is not where he wants it to be right now. So yeah, that's very indicative of that. But let's see if we pull anything on family. Will his family disown him? I'm not getting anything about the family disowning him. I feel like he may be on the outs with some people, but I think that if he puts in work, he'll be brought back in. Again, I don't know the state of his family, but let me put these two back in and look at this one because this one is the major one I really want to focus on. So let me see. Let me see because that's interesting right there. Let me give it one more shuffle. Let's see. Yeah, no, I don't feel like his family is gonna disown him. No, I think he'll yeah. I think he'll bounce back. Yeah, family wise, he's gonna bounce back. Um, but yeah, we do know that right now um he's not where he wants to be, which no one really is. I do feel like there will be men in his family who will welcome him back before a woman would or women in his family would. But again, I stated that I feel like his energy is like a boy brought up in the pimp game, around the pimp game, watch those terrible black exploitation pimp movies of the 60s and 70s, yeah. Um, that's just what I get from him. Renaissance woman says it's getting real in these streets for Nesto. Yeah. Real messy. Hey Flora. Okay. uh, okay. So here's the next question. Isis says, she asks, is he beginning to see coach as more harmful than helpful? Okay, baby. Who is coach? Who is coach? Because I don't know who coach is, but let's see. Let's see. Because like I said, it's so many calls. Half the time I don't know what he's saying because for some reason he fails to enunciate. He fails to speak clearly. I don't listen to mumble rap, so the mush mouthery way that some people speak, I don't really listen to. So half the time I can barely understand what he's saying. But let's see. Let's see. Let me try to pull this back a little bit so we can see more here. Okay. Is it beginning to see coach as more harmful than good? Ooh, okay. Mm, okay, so whoever coach is, and forgive me, let me scroll real quick. Somebody tell me who coach is so I know. Hey, Nyla Boo. Oh, Sonia is coach. Okay, coach is on. Okay, okay, boom. Okay, I get it now. Okay, okay, Sonia is coach. I think that is more harmful than helpful. Now that I know who that is, no. I think that he's thinking about her a little bit differently. but I still feel that he could. I mean, the energetics is very interesting, right? Because we have three major arcana cards here. We have the Star, we have Death in Reverse, we have the Empress, and we saw this one come up with regard to Sonia the other night, right? So he sees her. He still sees her as someone he can use. I'll say it like that. How he's going to spin it, that is changing. But for right now, she's still good for him. She's still a good person to have around for him. But yeah, that thought process about her is changing. It is changing. It is changing. But for right now, yeah, he's not quote unquote going to get rid of her, air quotes. Not right now. But how he's thinking about her is changing, it's changing to something else. So let me, so I can't see a damn thing. Okay. Tina Jones asks, does he plan on running if he gets bail? Oh, that's a good one. She out here watching Tina Jones out here watching The Fugitive. Tina Jones is out here, watching the crime shows. You know, I almost got away with it. That's what Tina Jones is watching. But let's see. Let's see. I don't see that. No, I think if he got bail, I think he'll stay put. Because again, like what we were talking about earlier, he's trying to figure out what way he can spend everything to benefit him. Remember, we were talking earlier about like that martyr energy, right? The sacrificial lamb, how people are just like free whoever, if he can get a free Nesto campaign, he probably would. I think that he would stay, right? Because it's a way for him to show the community that, see, he's a law-abiding citizen, and this really isn't the case. I really think he'll stay put. He will stay put. I don't see him as fleeing if he were to get bail. Yeah. So okay. So the next question is KK Bonita. Que guapa. Yes, yes, yes. KK Bonita asks, will his case go to trial? I think that's a good one. I think that's a good one because if I'm remembering correctly, he hasn't had a trial date or anything yet. If I'm remembering correctly. But let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Flora with these questions. Flora, I'm gonna get you. Mm. Will he get a trial? Will his case go to trial? It's possible. I think that right now, um, I think that things are moving along for him, or as far as like the judicial system and stuff like on his side, to eventually go to trial. But unfortunately, I don't. From what I'm looking at right here, and again, I don't know how the judicial system works. Oh, let me pull my sleeve down because my hand is cold. I don't know how the judicial system works, but um, I don't feel like right now there's a lot of work being done on it, and I feel like, especially with the holidays coming up, Christmas is this month, New Year, it's probably going to be a little while. It's probably going to be a little while before there's any movement. Um, Trial. I think right now we just need to focus on movement whatsoever. Um, so it's a possibility. This is going to be very interesting here, this world card. And I'm focusing on it again because it's come up again. This is like the second or third time that it's come up. And I think what this is saying, just energetically, is that it's just going to really depend on how he quote unquote cooperates. That's going to depend on how he cooperates, is going to factor in what really happens to him. Because unfortunately, he is not the orange man. He is not a person. He does not have Illuminati lawyer on speed dial, right? He don't have an Illuminati, magician to work for him. Um, and we all know people like that, right? Because they usually get out of these legal binds. Um, he doesn't have anything. He doesn't have anything like that. So it's gonna really depend on how he cooperates, and it's really gonna depend on how people care. And I think that for him, like I said earlier, trying to see how he can spin this, because I think a lot of it is going to be, he may find a way to try to pull the public plea in, right? To try and help that out. His energy so far is very, very interesting. Nesto is very, very closed off. He's very closed off. His energy is very interesting. It's very closed off. Like, he doesn't want people to see the real him or the real energy. His energy is very, very closed off. It's very hard. It's hardened. Like if someone has like a hard heart, that's how his energy. Actually, his energy is giving me a headache. So, um, Journey with Korean asks, does he have the support of his children with these charges? Okay, so and I don't know how many children he has. I think I did see that he has daughters. I think that on the outside they will say that of course we support our father, but I think that there is, I don't want to say division between the daughters, but I think that there are maybe one or two who feel, his children. I saw daughters, so if he has sons, forgive me. I think that with his children, I think there's a conversation. I think there are some children who are like, I don't know what's going on, Dad. I love you, but I don't know what's going on. And I think that there are some children who are just sticking up for him no matter what. So I kind of think, as far as the children go, it's a house divided. It's a house divided. Um, Emotionally, they love him, but I also think that it's a house divided. This 5 of Cups right here, yeah, it's a house divided. Now, why you keep asking this, Flora? Flora with the R is Nesto succubus. But I understand why you asked that question, because all he really does is take. His energy is get what you can. Have so what some of the older people used to say, they don't turn down anything but their collar. Yeah, I feel like his energy is get what you can, get what you can. But I'm gonna placate Flora. He is succubus. Is he a succubus? No, he ain't no succubus, girl. He ain't no succubus. He ain't no succubus. But I do feel like he needs to kind of think about what he's doing while he still has some people on his side. Because depending on what happens with all of this, he may see a change in people, people who were for him, they may change their stance. Yeah, and I kind of feel like people are trying to talk to him about it, but he just won't listen. But someone like that just really won't. Hello, energetic remedies. Hey, Mel. Okay, so the next question is from Mons820, and Mons asks, "How is his health?" Now, I'm gonna look into this one, but please no more health questions, because I really don't read on health questions. But I'll look this once. Please no more health questions. Okay, it really is a thing that governing structures don't want us to read on health issues. Okay. Um, but yeah, let's see. Okay, so mentally, he's having his moments mentally. He's having his moments mentally. But I think the biggest thing is, okay, so this man loves to think about everything. I really think that he has his mental issues, but and when I say mental issues, I've never been to jail. I've never been locked up. My husband has never been to jail, locked up. I don't know what it's like to be in jail, to be incarcerated. I don't know what that's like, so I can't tell you. But I kind of feel like mentally, he's not as strong as he says he is, but he's taking those lower mental moments to try and strategize and see what he can do. Okay. He's trying to strategize and see what he can do about it. Um, I think that he is thinking about Shirley and about how he messed up, but not necessarily love related, but he kind of fumbled the bag a little bit there. I don't know what's going on with them, uh, divorce, anything like that, but I kind of feel like what I'm being shown is about his mental, not anything physically related. Mentally, I kind of feel like he's thinking about some things. One, he's trying to strategize, and two, I think he's kind of thinking about, you know, Shirley just a little bit, Shirley just a little bit, but I also feel like he's not as mentally strong as he is. He's not like at a breaking point. He's not like at a point of psychosis. He's not depressed or anything like that. But mentally, yeah, he's having his moments there. Yep. So hey, Fun Ray Physique. Hey girl. Okay, so Miss Intense 6845 asks, was his father absent in his life as a child? Was his father absent in his life as a child? So let's see. Because some people have, ooh, interesting. Interesting. Hmm. I don't know if his father was absent in his life as a child. I do feel like he never got the support that he needed. He never got the support that he needed, right? And I think that with him not getting the support that he needed, remember I was saying like I don't think that he saw like loving relationships, loving happy relationships between people growing up. Like I feel like energetically he was raised in a brothel or raised around the pimp game or whatever. But I feel like he he wanted that but never got it. He wanted love and never got it. And I kind of feel like this happened to him at a young age. I feel like this happened to him at a young age. And because he didn't get the love and support that he needed as a child in his formative years, it changed his mindset about things. Because when children are young, their minds are forming. They learn from the interactions in society. They learn from what's going on between family members and at home. They learn from, what's going on all around them, right? Children absorb all this information. I feel like he didn't get the support that he needed as a child. He didn't see loving relationships as a child. I have not seen one good loving card come through yet. Um, Nothing about good relationships come through yet. And we've been here for a few minutes. But whatever happened to him, whatever he saw, whatever type of, and I don't want to say he saw like abuse or fighting or anything like that, but he did not have the loving support growing up as a child. This happened to him when he was young, but it changed the way, it changed his thought processes about love and about relationships, especially romantic relationships. Okay. So, father being absent, I don't really see. I feel like, because like I said, spirit is redirecting this. So spirit always redirects it to wherever the information needs to come from. Spirit is saying like he didn't see what he needed to see when he was growing up, and that really made him the person who he is today. So yeah, it's very, very interesting. Not Renaissance, well, not my sorrow here with the it's surely gonna be his love after love. Let's see. Yeah, I really feel like just like some things, Sonya's childhood may not have went the best. I kind of feel like it's the same for Nesto. And unfortunately, broken people, birds of a feather flock together. Unfortunately, broken people find each other, right? Um, but I feel like the brokenness directed their actions in two different ways, but on the same frequency of what can they get out of someone. Okay, so Renaissance woman asks, is Shirley going to be his love after lockup day? Ooh, oh, I feel like after this is over with, I kind of feel like he may start looking for someone else or initiating a new friendship, a new person after this is over with. Um I don't really see Shirley here. I don't see any mention of femaleness here, womanliness here. This is some detrimental energy, and this is a man right here. Um, Funny, this is a man with a snake around his foot. Take that as you will. I feel like he may start looking for someone else to kind of work to bounce back from this. I don't see any mention of a woman. I don't see Shirley anywhere in this. Um, we will see what the future holds. We don't know how long this is going to go on, but I don't see any woman here. So do with that what you will. Do with that what you will. So so yeah. Okay, Wanda asks, will someone pay his lawyer fees? Will someone pay his lawyer fees? Let's look into it and see. Yeah, Nesto's energy, like I said, he's starting to give me a headache. So he's annoying my spirit already. He annoying my spirit. Um, will someone pay his lawyer fees? Let's look and see. Hmm. I don't know who this person is. I don't know who this person is. This is a man right here. This is a man or someone with money. Um, will someone pay them fees? Yeah, yeah. I don't know who. He's gonna have to try. He's gonna work. Whoever this person is, he's going to work hard. He's gonna have to work hard to get this person to pay the money. He gonna work hard at it. He's gonna work hard at it. He gonna come up with some story. He gonna try to spin it around. Um, he gonna say they were attacking me. He gonna say I'm innocent. He gonna use everything he can to get this person to pay the fee. So I do see someone paying the fees. I don't know who it is. While this card is male, it could just be someone with money. Um, from what I'm seeing, yeah, but he gonna have to work hard at it. I'm talking about he gonna have to shuffle, shuck and jive, tap dance. He gonna have to work hard at that. He gonna have to work hard at that. Oh, no worry, Moms. It's not you as far as like the health question. Um, and anyone who knows me, who's ever gotten a reading with me, know that like I don't do health questions because a lot of times people will listen to what is said instead of going to the doctor with a health question, right? Um, and a lot of things just really need for people to go to the doctor, right? I'm not a doctor, and I don't, I just don't want to get into that. But no, it's not your fault. Don't apologize, hon. It's all good. It's all good. Boo. Okay, what is this relationship with Dre now? Hmm. Here we go with this world card. So we're starting to see the cards that keep popping up. Well, I can tell you that. Okay, so he's still cool with Dre, but I kind of feel like his thought processes have changed about Dre. It's really about who can get him out. Who can get him out? Who can do something for him? He needs quote unquote useful idiots. He needs useful idiots because inside he can't, he doesn't have the much reach inside. So he needs a crew, he needs useful idiots to do quote unquote his bidding, right? Um, I think that he's thinking about Dre differently. I don't know how much pull Dre has. I don't know what Dre's finances are. I don't know what Dre wants to do or is trying to do to help. I don't know, but I really feel like he's thinking about Dre differently. I think like his relationship may change with Dre in the future. Um, may change with Dre in the future. So I mean that there he still thinks about him cool, but I think that with him being in, in prison, in jail, wherever he's at, um, that he's really thinking about how he can get out, which is most people, but he normally has his energy normally has a bunch of different schemes going on. He can't really scheme that well. So he's really evaluating everybody by what they can do for him. I think his relationship, how he thinks about Dre is changing. They still cool, but how he's thinking about Dre is changing. So yeah, they still cool. They still cool, but yeah, how he's thinking about Dre is changing. Okay. Vicky Vale, 83. Does he feel entitled to the attention and help that he is demanding? Now, Mr. Peacock, NNP, Nasty Nesto Peacock, because we all know he a peacock. We strutting around. Girl, yeah. Here we are. Boom, devil. Girl, yeah. Of course he feels entitled to it. That was probably one of the easiest ones right here. Of course he feels entitled to it. Girl, now you know it's everybody but him. We all know this is the scapegoat card. We all know it's everybody. We know he ain't do nothing. He ain't do nothing. It's everybody. They got the black man down. We all know the system and we's is supposed to be freeze and girl, yeah. Girl, yeah. I think that was the easiest one right there. Let me get down here and say hey to other people. Hey, China girl. Raw Talk Culture. Hey, Clarence. Hey, Corinna. Okay. So yeah, I just want to make sure I'm saying hey to everybody who has come in. Hey, Auntie Sugar. Girl. Of course he feels entitled to it. Okay, Bunkin Pops asks, did he intentionally pursue Shirley or was their first meet unexpected? That's a good question. I don't know how they how they met. Hmm. I'm going to say that they met unexpectedly, but I feel like after they met and when he found out who she was, he sought he had an idea to marry her. But yeah, I see it as yeah, yeah, unexpectedly. I don't think he preyed on her. Um, I do think it was unexpected, and and she saw him and thought he was cute, right? Because we know she think he cute. She thought she had a fine one. Um, but I think with him, like I said, his mind is always like, what can he do? What can he get? How can he scheme? I think once he, met her, I was like, oh, okay, yeah. I think the scam began, or the scheme to get that bag began after that. But I don't think it was a setup, but I do think that after he met her, I do think that after he met her, he pursued her, because this right here was the goal. Not necessarily happy family, but when you have, your wife or your husband is supposed to be the person that you rely on when you're married, right? So he knew he could rely on that bag if he married her. He knew he could rely on that bag if he married her. Did Steve introduce him to Shirley? Who is Steve? Oh, you talking about Steve Harvey? That child. Yeah, let's make sure we try and keep our questions like on Nesto and not necessarily like the outside people. But yeah, because I don't want to be trying to pull in too many people's different energies, because he already giving me a headache. He annoying. Um, hmm. I want to say it's a good possibility of that. It's a good possibility of that. Um, it's a good possibility of that Steve did introduce them. Yeah, it's a good possibility of that. Um, because I think this is Steve right here. But hmm, I feel like some of the thought processes now are about. Sorry, let me check who is texting me. It's my husband. I kind of feel like some of the thought processes now are about, damn, like shoulda, woulda, coulda. And I feel like the thought processes now, everyone who's quote unquote a player or in the close knit with Nesto are really reevaluating their positions with him. Um, I feel like that's what's happening. I really feel like there's a reevaluation of their positions and being in contact and, quote unquote, knowing this person just because of his energy. So give me 1 second. Let me text my husband back. Um, okay. All right. Yeah. I feel like everyone is reevaluating the people who aren't family. I feel like they're reevaluating. Yeah, no, Sonya didn't have love cards either. China Girl says, I think sometimes we can do too much for our kids. I don't have children, so I can't really speak to that, but just from the outside looking in as a non-parent, I can see that. Um, I can see that. Okay. So let me see. Let me look through the questions. Look through the questions. Look through the question. Okay. KK Bonita asked, does Dre believe he is innocent? Let's see. Let's see. Yes, if you haven't, please do me a favor and like the video if you haven't yet. This man, when I tell y'all this man is giving me a headache, Nesto's energy is giving me a headache. Wow. but it's like one of those little annoying headaches. It's not too, it's not like a migraine, but his energy is giving me a headache. Um, his energy is annoying. It's giving me a headache. So, KK Bonita says, does Dre believe he's innocent? Mm, no, no, he does not. Okay, so we have the Six of Cups right here in reverse. So, they go back, right? They go back. But I think Dre is saying that, and Dre's energy is actually easy to pick up on. Dre is just saying, like, bruh, you got to be more careful with your actions and what you do. Dre is feeling like, yeah, you did this to yourself. Dre is still his friend. Dre is still his friend. But Dre is just like, bruh, now you know you did some shit that you probably shouldn't do. So does Dre believe he's innocent? I'm going to say that Dre is just like, you got yourself in there. Dre is like, you got yourself in there. You know what you did. You got yourself in there. And Dre is just like, you got yourself in there. Hold on one second. My husband is coordinating dinner. So let me reply before he brings me something that I don't want. Love you, babe. Okay. All right. So yeah, does Dre believe he's innocent? Yeah. Hey, Valerie. Okay. Okay, Demi says I have a headache after the phone calls with him. I always feel drained energetically after the call. Yeah. Okay, make sure that you are putting a purple heart or the crystal ball by your question, so I know that it's a question because there's so many people. Um, so let me go back. Gotta love kimchi. Okay. Yeah, make sure you all are putting the hearts or the purple hearts or the crystal balls by your questions, so I can see that there are questions. So I've passed by a bunch. Okay. I see this comment right here, Smith and Wesson. Hey, girl. I kind of felt like when I was reading on that, I kind of felt like I did get the picture in my mind that if Steve, did, help introduce them or whatever, that he kind of Steve is maybe thinking about like, dang, maybe I shouldn't encourage it. Maybe I shouldn't have, I kind of feel like Steve has a couple of feelings about it right now. Um, yeah, I kind of feel like Steve was like, maybe I shouldn't have did that. Um, Let me see. Oh, okay, go down to Valerie. Okay. Ooh, y'all keep asking this. This is like the second or third person who keep asking this. But see, you're like me. You sense there's a little bit of sugar there. It's a little bit of sweetness there, and it irritates my spirit too, right? Because so I'm not the only one picking up on. We're gonna see. I mean, it said no before, but this is a different question. Somebody asked if he was bisexual earlier. Valerie's asking, has he ever had a sexual relationship with a man? Now, y'all, I know what people say about the Atlanta area. It's a bunch of the crying game going on in Atlanta. Mhm. Ooh, okay. Okay, so based on what I'm looking at here, we have this Empress in reverse, we have the Seven of Swords, we have this Eight of Swords. I kind of feel like he may have. I kind of feel like he may have, and it's a secret. Um, I kind of feel like he may have, and it's a secret. But both him and the person allegedly, everything is allegedly, both him and the person have sworn to secrecy. I kind of feel like, yeah, it's some secret here, baby. It's some secret here. Somebody, this man in this picture right here is holding is touching a bunch of swords. Swords are a bunch of penises. I kind of feel like, you know, I kind of feel like it's a possibility with what I'm looking at. Get the child. It's a possibility. Of course, everything is alleged. I don't know with my mind what what he did sexually. Lord knows I don't want to know. Um, but I feel like it's some secrets. I feel like it's some secrets with regard to that. So we're gonna do with that what we will. Yeah, we all know the ATL has turned into the crying game. It has gotten ridiculous. You know, we had to escape. Yes, not gay for y'all. Got to stop with this gay for pay. Listen, so okay, yeah, allegedly, allegedly, allegedly. Oh Lord, oh Lord. Yeah, see, I don't know, I don't know. Do we? No, we don't know the partner, but baby, we don't know the partner. Okay, so Demi, are you saying that Nesto cussed bloggers out about it when because you said cussed us out? I feel like I'm missing something. Yeah, those cards that I just showed is, I feel like there's some secrets with regard to that. Right, right. Allegedly, allegedly. Okay, so Karina says yes, bloggers. Okay, so he cussing the blogger. Okay, okay. That's definitely plausible. That's definitely plausible. Okay. Tina Jones says gay for pay, all allegedly. Nesto, I don't know what you're doing. I mean, I know you got a strategic friend, and you like your friend's boobs, So I know you like your friend's boobs. You said it yourself. So okay, yeah. So okay, yeah. Do y'all have any more questions? This is interesting. This is interesting. Yeah, Nesto's energy is giving me a headache. Um, and I just became real thirsty all of a sudden. And I drink a lot of water. Like I just got real thirsty all of a sudden, and I have a headache. So I kind of feel like his energy is just a sucking void because I just got real thirsty. Like my lips are dry right now, and I have a headache. So not pat that thing. Um, right. He said pat that thing. I was weak. I was weak when he said pat that thing. I was weak. Okay, on Tasha K phone calls, he's been going off about not being gay, like unhinged ranting about not being no gay man. Okay, well, who am I to say? But yeah, that was real interesting. Mm. Okay, so Mel asks, are Nesto and Sonya linked across past lifetimes? See, here he go, getting into the past lifetimes. Let's see. I mean, they might be part of the same soul group, because birds of a feather flock together, baby. Birds of a feather flock together. Thank you, Starry Eyed. So yeah, make sure that you put, a crystal ball or a purple heart next to your question so I know it's a question. Mm, this one is interesting. I feel like no, I don't feel like they're linked across lifetimes in that sense. Because normally when people are talking about that, they're talking about like lovers. I do feel like there's part of the same spiritual group type of people with the same energetics, the birds of the feather that flock together. I feel like that's them, but I don't see anything past life. I don't see any karmic cards here. I feel like they part of this one right here. See, do, do their energies are do what they can, get what they can, and then pull the woe is me. Then pull the woe is me. That's their energies, right? In addition to having some, potential childhood issues, right, growing up, right? So that's their energy. So baby, they ain't found each other. So okay, Vicky here with the questions. Vicky has had good questions. Tina, and no one better not ever ask me again if y'all, is he alphabet mafia? Um, 'cause I don't think I can take it. I'll be able to take it. I'm gonna be weak. Okay, what direction will his life go in when he get out? Will he fly straight? No. No, he gonna come up with another scheme and use all his tools, anything that he can use. He gonna be back to scheming, and I feel like he may find another love interest to prey on. I really feel like that. Another love interest to prey on to try and make his life as easy as possible. Nesto's and part of Nesto's energy is he wants to be a bad bitch. Okay, he wants to be a bad kept bitch. Now he gonna put on the front of I'm a businessman, I'm this, that, and the third. But he wanna be kept. He wants to be kept. Girl, let me tell you, the way I am thirsty right now, you would think I haven't had any water for the day. You would think I have not had any water. And I normally drink like I have another 24 ounces of water to go. Like I normally drink like 72 ounces of water a day. It feels like I haven't had any water. If like my lips are dry, like I haven't had water in like 3, 4 hours. And it's crazy. I just had some water before I came on. Oh, this one good right here. Okay. What does he mean for Tasha to dig deep? Mm. Give me a second. Let me kind of rearrange. My legs starting to go to sleep. I'm sitting in this chair. Like I'm short. I'm 5'1", so I'm sitting in this like bar stool level chair, and my legs are swinging, so my legs hurt right now. He wants Tasha to dig deep and kind of pull and like he wants Tasha to dig deep and whatever information that she finds, she can present because he feels like that's a way to boost him up. Boost him up. So like if she finds certain things like, oh, he did this, he had this business, so he really was this type of person. He wants her to go find out information to boost him up, quote unquote, make him a star, right? And then kind of start momentum for it's another way for him to get money. It's another way for him to get money. Another way for him to get money. So like, when like all this information, all of these phone calls and whatnot, they painted him in a certain type of light, right? He wants her to potentially find quote unquote goodness to kind of bolster him, propel him forward, looking for money. Who is this person? Has Nesto had relations with Sheridan? Who is Sheridan, y'all? Who is Sheridan? I don't know who Sheridan is. Who is Sheridan? Let's see who that is. I don't know who this woman is. I don't know who Sheridan is. But I think that he wanted to. I think that he wanted to. Like I said, I don't know who Sheridan is. I think that he wanted to, and he just hasn't had the chance yet. If given the opportunity, he probably will. All this is allegedly. If given the opportunity, he probably would have relations with Sheridan. Again, I don't know who Sheridan is, but I kind of feel like whenever he was in contact with whoever Sheridan is, it just wasn't the right time. But I feel like if given the opportunity, yeah, he would. Hmm. He would. Yeah, yeah. I have my matter of fact, I'm making a cleansing bath tomorrow because I'm doing a stream tomorrow on the spiritual cleansing bath. So if you're interested in that, be sure to join me here tomorrow. But yeah, I'm gonna have to sprinkle myself with some Florida water. Um, tonight. Hey, Black Magic. Yeah, he wants to be a bad bitch. He wants to be a kept bad bitch. Is okay. So High Vibe asks, is Nesto really out of Shirley's life? Ooh, because we're gonna read on Shirley as well. I just got to get through the Diddy. The Diddy one is probably going to be tomorrow, and then we may swing back around. Maybe sometime this weekend, depending on what I'm doing, to get into and get into the Shirley. But we're gonna be reading on Shirley too. We're gonna be reading on Shirley too. This cast of characters. So make sure you stay tuned, baby. Make sure you stay tuned. No, he's not really. No. Mm-mm. I don't think any type of decisive action has been taken yet. No decisions have been made. Is he really out of Shirley's life? No, not really. We just have to wait and see what happens. But no, he's still there. No decision has been made there. No decision has been made yet. He's still there. Let's see. Okay, so that's Shirley's daughter. Okay. Okay, that's really, like I said, I don't know. Ooh, hope not. But I have seen some husbands be degenerate. Matter of fact, I know someone who was a husband who tried to get with his wife's daughter. So the degeneracy does exist. We all know degeneracy exists. So okay, so this question is, will Nesto discard Sonia coach when he's released? Yeah, thank you for saying who that is. I'm just like, who is that? Let's see. It hasn't been decided yet. It hasn't been decided yet. It's still up in the air. Um, yeah, it hasn't been decided yet. Mm. I think it's really going to depend on the outcome of what happens with all of this stuff. I really think it's going to depend. Whatever this outcome is, I think that's going to decide his decision with regard to her moving forward. I think it really depends because again, everyone, these people, Dre, Coach, Shirley, like everyone is a tool for him. Okay, they're useful idiots for him. I think it really depends on how this case, cases, potential trial, whatever hearings, whatever. I really think it depends on how these go. But a decision hasn't been made yet. It's we have to see what's going to happen here first. Oh, this read on Diddy gonna be good. I mean, we're gonna get into Diddy because I had to look and see. Diddy, according to when his birthday is, Diddy is a Scorpio, and there's some dangerous energy with Scorpios, right? They have a very hidden dark side, right? They're very passionate about things, especially sex. And they can have a very hidden dark side, right? Scorpios are water signs, but their ruling planets are Mars and Pluto. So I won't be surprised if some interesting stuff comes out when we do the Diddy reading. So yeah, no, I agree. I agree. I agree. So this question is: are the pictures on his device actually his? Let's see. Let's see. Yeah, and it's yeah. I was looking at some pictures of Diddy earlier. And I'm just like, yeah, yeah. When we get into Diddy, it's gonna be interesting. Ooh, ooh. All the pictures on his device actually his. Well, here we go. Um this is some if you look at this card, you can see the potential for degeneracy, right? Yeah. We can see the potential for degeneracy on this card. So we're starting right here. Ooh. Um I want to say yeah. Yeah. It is a high possibility that the pictures on his phone are his. Uh-huh. Yeah. I don't see them as being put there by someone else. Yeah. KK Bonita, you a Scorpio? Yeah, yeah. So, and yeah. But yeah, with regard to them pictures, I'm gonna say those pictures are bad news, whatever the pictures are. They're bad news. And those pictures are bad news. So yeah, bad news. Okay, so I'm probably gonna go for probably another 15 minutes. So if you all have any other questions, I'm gonna try to get to them. Yeah. Hey Sherry. Hey Sherry girl, how you doing? Hey Journey with Corinne. Yes, thank you. Hit the like button. Thank you, Starry Eye. Thank you, Journey with Corinne. Yeah, they have to know themselves. Scorpios have to know themselves, but I think Diddy knows who he is. And I always say, you never give a degenerate money, you never give a degenerate magic because foolishness will ensue. What is about this with this blood contract? Oh, thank you so much, Starry Eyed. What about the blood contract? He had his great victim sign. Oh, girl, tell me more. Ask me this question again, Valerie. Tell me again about the yeah. What is this about? Yeah, I want Valerie to come back, with to tell me more about this because I don't know about this. Um, blood contract. What type of foolishness is that? Okay, what? So are you asking like if it's real or not? Like, let me know what you're asking so I can be sure that I um what in blood? Okay, she was with him for 2 years. Okay, so Valerie, are you asking if this contract is real or not? I need to make sure I understand before I pull some cards. So I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna come back to your question, Valerie. I'm gonna go to Pretty Precious, where Dion and Lamont and I'm gonna go to Pretty Precious. Then I'm gonna come and then I'm gonna go to High Vibe and then I'm gonna come back to yours, Valerie. Okay, so Pretty Precious asks were Dion and Lamont in on what Nesto had going on. I don't know who that is. Hey, Denver Sunday. It's all good. It's all good. I'm not gonna be here. I'm probably gonna be here another 10 minutes and then I'm gonna leave. Um, but yeah, it's been some real interesting questions asked. Um, Denver Sunday. So make sure you go back and watch this because the questions have been interesting. I don't know who these people are. I don't see them being. I don't know who those people are. I don't see them being in on what Nesto had going on. Excuse me. Okay. Yeah. See, he's draining me now. Now I'm getting tired. Um, I'm getting sleepy now. I don't see that. I don't see that. But what was this about? Was this some type of plan or scheme for money? It wouldn't shock me if it was. It wouldn't shock me if it was. But no, I don't see that. Um, I don't see that. Okay, High Vibe asks, does Nesto have any family members besides his children that are helping him? All right, let's see if some people come up. Let's see if some people come up. Y'all, I am thirsty. I have a headache. Just got tired. So yeah, I'm definitely not gonna be here much longer because I will say that Nesto's energy is not like the type of energy where if someone has like trauma and they need to fix themselves, his isn't like that. Nesto's energy is very straightforward, straight to the straight to the punch, straightforward. He thinks about things, he tries to plot, and part of who he is right now is because of what happened or what he experienced or saw when he was younger. But I don't feel like Nesto's broken. This just is who he is. Whereas with Sonya's energy, her energy was more of she may need to take some time and go heal herself and understand and ask herself why she like this, what can she do to be better. Nesto's energy is it just is what it is with Nesto. And that's the difference between the energies. It's a couple of people. Um, but I kind of feel like it's just really like his children. These are two these are two younger girls. So I kind of feel like it's just possibly his children. I don't feel like he's getting any other action from any other people or help from any. I feel like it's really just his children supporting him right now. Yeah, he's very deliberate. He's very matter of fact. He knows what when he's doing something, he knows what he's doing. He has thought about it. He's gonna see it out so he can gain what he can gain. It's not like brokenness. It's not, the M word. It's not grape. It's not anything. It's just like okay, so like, do y'all know the movie Harlem Nights? Remember Eddie Murphy's character in Harlem Nights? The little kid that was around stuff he probably shouldn't have seen, and how Eddie Murphy grew up to be, Richard Pryor's son and just live that type of lifestyle. That's Nesto's energy. That's how I pick up on Nesto's energy. It's very deliberate. He knows exactly what he's doing when he does things. That's how his energy comes off to me. Hey, Empress Kia. Okay, so let me try and see what's going on with the blood contract. Yeah, it's that's how Nesto's energy comes off. And again, like I said, like in Harlem, that's actually perfect. Again, like in Harlem Nights, that little boy saw things. We all know Eddie Murphy was not getting married. You know, he gonna do what he do. We saw how Eddie Murphy's character turned out in Harlem. That's a perfect analogy to Nesto's energy. Okay, but let me try and see. I don't know what's going on with this blood contract. This what? Blood contract. Yeah. Blood contract is real. Blood contract is real. Okay. Let's see what about it. Okay, yeah. Mm-hmm. As far as I see, mm-hmm. Blood contract was real. I'm just saying allegedly. Allegedly everything, allegedly. Okay. Allegedly, blood contract was very real. It was a sexual thing. This was not good. This was not good. This was control. Okay, this was control. This was control, and I kind of feel like it was control and domination, subjugation. Um, yeah, and I kind of feel like did he make her work? Like I kind of feel like everything is allegedly, but the energy I'm getting is that he had this girl being like he was a pimp and she was a whore. He used her for sex and traveled on his bus, per her statement. Yeah, I feel like yeah, I felt like he did that. It was a binding, and I felt like he was a pimp and she was the whore. It was domination. It was subjugation. Yeah. Uh-huh. All of that. Uh-huh. That was very, very real. And I don't know how he lured her into it, but I kind of feel like he lured her into that. I don't know what he told her or how he got her to do it, but I feel like she thought it was gonna be something else and he lured her into that. Yeah. Yeah. Like the T word. Uh-huh. That's exactly what I get from that. Uh-huh. And he had her to the point where she there with him, right? But yeah, this was oh yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Wow. Yeah. Yeah. My Florida water is over there in the den. I'm gonna have to get the Florida water. Okay. So I'm gonna have one more question and then I'm going to sign off of this. Um, because my husband is probably gonna walk through the door at any moment. I don't want him to interrupt the stream. Um, yep. That's exactly what I just saw. I saw pimp and whore energy. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna answer Pretty Precious's question because it's the last one that I see. And then we're gonna get on out of here. So shout out to Pretty Precious for having the last question of the evening. It's a little out there. But yeah, oh yeah, no, it's all good, Valerie. I appreciate your questions because you have had some questions for me this evening, and I appreciate you. I appreciate everyone being here. So yeah, we're gonna close this out. This is the last question. Pretty Precious's question: did Nesto and Shirley have a healthy sexual relationship? 'Cause we definitely gonna end on that, Frank. This is the card that is concerning me. I feel like did they have a healthy sexual relationship? I feel like they had sex. I feel like she was kind of left wanting because his energy doesn't give off love. It's just the animalistic nature of sex. I feel like he controlled, right? He controlled the bedroom. He controlled the bedroom. And I feel like, and it's so funny, this is the only time the two of cups have come up in this entire reading, we've asked about love, we've asked about this is the only time this has come up. That is interesting. I kind of feel like, did they have a health? No, I don't feel like they had a healthy sexual relationship. I feel like he I feel like he dominated the sexual relationship. I kind of feel like he was domineering. Um, and I feel like there were times where she was left unsatisfied, um, and unfulfilled. I feel like it was just sexual relationship. It wasn't like, okay, like everyone wants something different out of their sexual relationship, right? For a lot of women, not all, a lot of women do want, that romance and to feel like you're in this with your partner. You can feel the love and romance. You can feel when someone loves and cares for you when you have sex with them. I feel like this was just the primal sex. I don't feel like it was the love and romance that's portrayed through the pictures. I feel like in their sexual relationship, it was just about the sex. I feel like he was controlling the sexual relationship. She was left unsatisfied, unfulfilled. Um, and I don't feel like she always got the romance and or feeling the love from the partner. I feel like it was very, very primal. And I feel like he dominated and controlled the sexual relationship. So yeah, it wasn't intimate. Yeah, it wasn't intimate. And no, yeah, I feel like, well, I don't have anything for toys, but I do feel like she was uncomfortable about some things in the sexual relationship. I do feel like that she was uncomfortable. So yeah, I feel like it was very, yeah, it was very uncomfortable. So it was uncomfortable. I don't feel like, she got what she needed. Yeah, right. Yeah, absolutely. I feel like, yeah, his yeah. And we can always tell by how she looked at him in pictures. He never looked at her like that in pictures, or the way he would pose and everything like that. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah. Yeah. So that is it, everyone. I am going to go ahead and go. I want to thank you all for being here. If you haven't, do me a favor and like the video. If you have enjoyed this, right? Share this stream with someone who needs to hear the tea, who needs to hear the spiritual tea, or who wants to hear the spiritual tea on Nesto and his energetics. Um, you know, because yeah, that was interesting. But make sure you have you some pain medicine or some Aleve or something like that, because he even gave me a headache. So make sure you have your pain medicine and your water, your beverage. When you're listening to this, when you're sharing this, make sure you tell people, because his energy is annoying. His energy is annoying. So with that being said, I'm gonna go. Make sure you stay locked into this channel, because tomorrow I'm probably gonna read on Diddy, right? And then at some point this weekend, I'm be reading on Shirley. We got to get in on Shirley too. And then if you're interested in spiritual baths, stuff like that, I'm doing a stream on spiritual baths tomorrow, the spiritual cleansing bath. So with that being said, thank you all for being here. I love you all. I'm gonna go, and I'll see you in these YouTube streets.